Welcome to Newscats. I'm your host, Ron De Parmesan. Ladies and gentle cats, gather around. Meow, did you know that the digital advertising market is a whopping $677 billion? That's right, all that money flowing through the online universe. Today, we are diving into the juicy details of a major legal, or shall I say feline, fracas brewing in the US federal court. Meow, mark your calendars for September 9th. 2024, when the Justice Department will finally go paw to paw with internet giant Google. This trial focuses on some hefty claims against Google, stating they have morphed into a digital advertising monopoly. That sure makes the air feel a bit fishy, don't you think? Let's scratch beneath the surface and get into the nitty-gritty of this antitrust lawsuit, which the Justice Department filed all the way back in January of 2023. Alongside a coalition of states, the government is swinging claws at Google, accusing them of unlawfully monopolizing the digital advertising market with their highly lit ad manager suite. They are not just throwing a bunch of fishy accusations for fun. They are seeking to break Google apart, requiring divestiture to restore some much-needed competition in this catastrophic marketplace. According to the complaints, Google captures a significant 36% of all the dollars flowing between publishers and advertisers. That's a whole lot of kitty treats at stake, folks. These shady practices, they claim, not only inflate advertising costs, but also suffocate competition. Can you imagine a world where little businesses struggle just to make their voices heard? Meow, what a catastrophe that would be. Hold on to your tails, because Google isn't taking this lying down. Oh no, they are fighting back with all their might. They claim these allegations are misplaced and dangerous for innovation in the digital realm. As they argue, if their ad manager suite gets whisked away, it might actually drive prices up for advertisers who need to pounce on the right audience. Think of a grandma calf struggling to get its paws on effective online ads. Google warns that such a lawsuit could unleash havoc on small businesses that rely heavily on their services. It's like the big cat warning the little cats, hey, don't poke the bear, you might regret it. So, that's quite the furball they have rolling there. As we peel away the layers of this legal onion, we cannot ignore that this trial marks a pivotal moment for the Biden administration. They are determined to shake up the big tech landscape, and Google is not alone in this endeavor. On top of this trial, they are also battling separate antitrust cases concerning their web search dominance in Texas and Washington, D.C. It's almost like Google has a whole series of legal dramas airing right now. There's even another trial lined up for March 2025 regarding their ad tech practices. Talk about a busy kitty litter box over there. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of when this legal showdown is actually going down and where it's taking place. The trial is set in the US District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia, and it is expected to last several weeks, folks. So save the scrolling for after hours, because courtroom rules will be tight no sneaking in to check on those cat memes during the testimony. Remember, we are watching to see whether Google's alleged advertising monopoly is as monstrous as the government is claiming. If the Justice Department manages to land a victory, we might see a monumental shift in the tech regulation landscape here in the United States. Big tech cats, watch out. This could have some wide-reaching implications on how these colossal companies operate in the digital advertising realm. And speaking of implications, let's not forget about the key players in this court saga. The presiding judge, the perfectly poised Leonie Brinkema, will be keeping her paw on the courtroom's pulse. You can be sure this cat will need a strong paw to maintain order amidst all the legal fur flying. Now, it's essential to remember what the Justice Department is seeking with this trial. They accuse Google of using a classic monopolist playbook. Ever heard of it? They say they are here because they use that size to crush the competition. That's a powerful statement. Meanwhile, Google's attorney makes the case that today, we are one big company among many others, suggesting they are not the only big fish in this digital sea. As we prepare for this courtroom showdown, Mao, the anticipation is building. Let's not forget the serious nature of this entire affair. The stakes are high, and if the jury rules against Google, we may witness significant changes in the digital advertising landscape we all know. So stay tuned, my fellow Husky audience, because come September 9th, 2024, we will witness a catastrophic clash in the courtroom that could ripple through the very fabric of the big tech world. Oh, and don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Google too big for its own boots? What are your feelings on the digital ad market? Meow, I can't wait to hear what you think. Before we pour out of this segment, let's take a moment to recap the sheer magnitude of this case. It's a tale of power, innovation and regulation in a world with a roller coaster of tech giants jostling for supremacy. Whether you are a small business owner struggling to advertise your calf or just a curious cat looking to know more, this trial holds the potential to affect us all. So, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep the conversation rolling as we look forward to catching more updates on this legal cataclysm and the larger battle brewing in our online universe. Until next time, stay curious and keep those tails wagging. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Ron de Parmesan, and this has been another Newscat special report. Me Yow.